All right, let me lay one more thing out for you. And I'm going to go back to the phones in a second. If you're there, stay there. If you played a sport in high school, you probably still think about playing that sport in high school. Not if you're a college athlete, but if you played a sport in high school, I bet you're still thinking about it. Some of you are still traumatized by the coach who would not play you in the fourth quarter. You're still convinced that you'd probably be starting for the Knicks right now had that coach not hated you in high school. But most people just think about that one goal that they didn't score, or maybe that overtime win. Most adults who played high school sports will occasionally fantasize about going back and playing again. You know, for some, that was the highlight. For some, that's when they maxed out. For some, it's never been that good. A lot of people think like that. They want to go back. So, you can't go back, right? So what do? You join rec leagues. You join Softball Saturday. You threw on the old highlight tape for anybody who will watch it. You do what you got to do to get through it. You play in some adult leagues, a co-ed league even. You got to find a way to get it back. Or you're 21-year-old James Nash, and in fact, you don't think about going back. You actually do go back. See, Nash isn't like the rest of you. He's not going in some adult league or some rec league. He's not popping in a tape of the way it used to be. He's going to find out. He enrolled in high school with a fake ID that said that he was 17. He called himself Javier Jones. Great handle, man. If you're coming back 4 years later with a fake ID and you're 21, you're playing with 15-year-olds, you better rock a better handle than Javier Jones. Go all in. And all in does not include, call me JJ, yo. Javier Jones. So Javier joins the football team at Mount Pleasant High. Sounds like the plot of a really cheesy comedy starring Taylor Lautner. Right? Mount Pleasant High. And here's Javier. But that was real. It's real, and it starred Javier Jones. I mean, why not just go all out and call yourself Javier Arenas, or Jerry Rice for that matter? The most pathetic part of the story, though, is that Javier apparently couldn't even ball. His own football coach said the part of the reason that he couldn't tell Javier was too old was that dude didn't make any plays. Not only was he not better than everybody else and stronger, he wasn't as good as anybody. They didn't know he was older because he was so bad. Look, if Jones was flying around and knocking kids out, that'd be one thing. This guy's making plays and nobody can run him down from behind and he's just killing fools. That'd be one thing. The coach didn't even know. Mount Pleasant varsity football coach Jason McIntyre, quote, "He looked like any other athletic senior. I don't think he had any interceptions. He was not a dominant player." Man, how great would it have been if Javier Jones went back to high school to play football and he got cut? That'd have been the best. Hey, Javier, I'm really sorry, but you're not good enough, bro. You know what you do, Javier? Go out and spend the next year in the weight room, training and preparing your mind and your body for your senior year. You're just not good enough, son. So, two options now. Either he spends a couple of years lifting weights and watching tape and tries to enroll again as a 23-year-old named Roddy Johnson, or dude drops down in class and tries to get an ID that says he's 14 so he can play Pop Warner and light up some 8th graders as a 21-year-old. The only guy who ever made going back to school cool was my man, Thornton Mellon.
Mellon! We need ya! Get your suit on!
Javier, we need you! Triple Lindy, Javier! Except Mellon went back for diving and was rich. I mean, how bad would that have been if this guy was great? What if he found out that a 21-year-old guy lied about his age to come back in? He was knocking kids out. What if guys were getting hurt because of it? Better yet, what if he started to get recruited? Nice try, Javier. Oh, so close. Brady Hoke is checking him out in the stands. Man, this kid is like so much better. He's like a man amongst boys. He is so much better than everybody else. Man, this guy is physically advanced. Hey, yo, come here. Where is this Javier Jones? Why is he not on our list? How did we miss on this guy? Where's this guy been? Why have we not been scouting this guy? Hoke, D'Antonio, eyes bulging out of their heads. They both went there to recruit somebody else, yet Javier's the guy they're locked in on. Both on their cells, calling their assistants, calling the recruiting coordinator. Man, how the hell do you not know about this JJ kid? Nice try, Javier. Hey, man, we'd all go back if we could. I'd pay for a time machine if I could. Who doesn't want to go back? Stop doctoring your ID. That's not what it's for. It's to get PBRs. It's not to get more years. It's not to go back and play football. Nice try, though. How about this, man? Was this guy, was it just football or was it the whole experience? Was he going back to class, hanging out with the ladies, going to prom, getting all the bennies of being the man in high school? Was it all that? Or was it just football? Hey, Javier, I got to be straight. Kip Winger thinks that's creepy. Except Javier's not 17. Your mom and dad, I want you to meet my boyfriend, Javier. Kip's not 17 either, by the way. Your mom and dad, I want you to meet my boyfriend, Javier. Yeah, son, let me ask you something. How old are you? Well, I'm 16, sir. Really, you don't look 16, Javier. What year were you born? Javier, what year were you born? 1998? Good answer, Javier. Close. Nice try, man. I guess you got to give it a shot. It didn't work.